Hello and welcome everyone to the Midnight Lounge, episode 2. After 1 month, we said we would do one every 2 weeks.
Shit.
We lied. Yeah, but you know what? It happens. We're here now. Life comes at you fast. Sometimes you got to take naps all day and do nothing.
Fuck yeah, you do.
And, that's where we were at. No, I had a pretty hectic month. Not gonna lie. For me, like February and March was particularly February was a.
What'd you have going on?
Oh, I was in Texas still. For those of you who don't know, I was living in Texas.
On the first podcast, on the first episode, you had just moved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I literally just moved.
Yeah.
And then I was there for like a month and a bit in Austin, Texas. Which is cool as shit. I loved Austin. It was
great experience and shit. Yeah,
it was awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The only thing was when I moved, I didn't know anyone, and like by the time I left, I had like I have people down there I could go and see and like hang out with, which is super cool. But it was a lot of fun. And then so I was in Austin till like maybe kind of near the end of February, and then the last week of February, I went to visit my cousin in New York City, and so I was there for like a week and a bit. And then I flew back to the hellhole frozen tundra of Toronto, which today we're recording. It's March 28th today.
Yeah.
And right now, without the wind chill, it is minus 7 degrees Celsius outside.
Really? Bro,
sucks,
it's like 17 here in Ireland.
Man.
And the weather's always shit. That's crazy.
Dude, I was walking from one part of downtown to like this like cafe.
Yeah.
And it's like, for anyone who kind of knows Toronto, it's like near the Eaton Center. So it's like right downtown. Like everything is kind of close. So this cafe was a 5-minute walk from where I was. I could barely make it. It was so
really
cold. It was like a biting wind, like a wind that is so like harsh and like painful that it hurts your face to be outside.
Yeah, I get you. I've like ran in that sort of weather, and it's just made me like start laughing because of how bad it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I hate winter in Canada. That's why I hate it. It's like the sun goes down at like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Still,
it's like dark.
Still in March.
Yeah, it sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, now it's a little better now. It's like light out. It's like 6 o'clock here now, and it's like light out, which is nice. But like last week, it was like we had a day where I was just in like I went outside in like a sweater and sweatpants, and I was totally fine. And then today I was in like full winter clothing.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, man, it gives over here, like it's been real nice for the last few days, but it gives like complete dog shit for the next like few weeks. So back to normality.
Right. Well, when I was in Ireland, it's like the weather's all over the place. Like it's like one day you'll have like just terrible like gray weather, and then the next day it's beautiful. It's like, I guess like at least you get that. It's like Canada is like when people say like, oh, like should I come visit Canada? I always say like if you come in like from like May to maybe like October, it's great. Like weather wise, I mean, it's great. Like and in the summer, I love it here. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, the weather's like perfect, especially like June. Like May, June is awesome. But like from November to like March sucks. Like it's like gotta be some of the
just
worst
terrible,
weather I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Right. And I know someone's out there probably lives in like Siberia. I was like, yeah, talk to me about bad weather.
Siberian
like, no,
shit, yeah.
Mine is worse than yours. Yeah, no, it's not.
I don't think I've told you this. I've got a great aunt that lives in Toronto, which is weird. Really? Yeah. I think she's like fucking like 90 years old and about to die.
I know.
Like honestly. But yeah, she's out there.
Dang, I didn't know that. That's wild.
Say hello to her for me.
Yeah, well, Toronto's like all now it is just like old people or people who like bought houses here like 20 years ago, because like it's just like impossible to buy a house. Like not impossible, but it's like you could buy
just
one
expensive
here for
as
like,
fuck.
Yeah, exactly, and it's expensive, and like for a lot of people it's like not worth it because like either they work online or they're the only reason is like you would do it is like if you work downtown, and like commuting from any suburb of Toronto like sucks. It sucks so like the traffic is so bad. I swear to God, I've been to Los Angeles and I've been to Texas. the traffic, I've seen worse. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I've seen worse traffic in Toronto at rush hour than I did in Los Angeles or Texas. Yeah, it's like that.
Isn't LA notorious for just insane traffic?
Well, Toronto is better than LA in the sense like you can take the train anywhere in Toronto, whereas like from my experience in LA is you have to drive or get an Uber everywhere. And Austin's basically the same shit. It sucks, man. I hate that. Like, I was talking to our friend of the show, or maybe future friend of the show, Dan Tavius.
Man, shout out Dan Tavius.
Yeah,
Guy's a
love
fucking
that guy.
legend.
He's killing it. Yeah, go watch his videos. He rules. But he lives in like Phoenix, right? Like Arizona. But that's public. That's public. Yeah, but he was telling me it gets like, I don't know what this is in Celsius, but he told me it's like 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. And like the thing is, like when you live in a city, like cities are just naturally hotter than, you know, rural areas because of like the buildings and the asphalt and stuff, and like, you know, urban heat island is a thing in cities. And so it gets like stupid hot to the point where it's like the opposite of what I was describing earlier, where you can't go outside because it's too hot.
Yeah, bro, that's nearly 50 degrees Celsius.
That's insane. That is not.
Man, I would die. I would honestly die.
I'm a hot weather guy. I love warm weather, but no, no, that's too much. And especially like, it's not like a Florida heat where like at least you can, if you're on the beach, like, you know, you can go swimming. It's like you're in the desert. There's like nothing there. Like, I mean, I know like northern Arizona is like supposed to be pretty nice, like, but Phoenix is like fucking nothing, dude. I feel like Vegas is probably the same, although I've never been to either of them, but I assume it's the same shit.
Yeah, you know, I went on holidays to the Canary Islands when I was younger, and they were like islands off the coast of Spain, and it was I've
heard of them. Yeah,
gorgeous. It was real nice, but there was like a heat wave, and it was around 40 degrees, you know, maybe mid 40s, and like in the newspapers and stuff, like all these pensioners were dying of dehydration and shit, man.
Oh my god.
Because it was so hot, yeah. Crazy.
Holy, that's scary, man. That's like when weather gets that bad, when you're like, oh, well, actually, speaking of, when I was in Texas, I was there for the winter storm. They had an ice storm when I was there.
An ice storm?
And it was a joke. Like, it is so funny. I mean, like it's not their fault because, like, they don't build those cities for ice storms, but, like, it's like -2, and there's like a thin layer of ice, just like kind of like black ice, which sucks. Like, we get it all the time here and it sucks. But like, they shut down the entire city. Like no cars were on the roads, restaurants were closed. Like, I remember, like, I was like trying to order like Uber Eats at the time, and there was like no drivers available, and you know, the restaurants were, most of them were closed, so I had to like go to the grocery store, which was like, you know, walking up there, and I tried to take like a city bike, and they like shut those down. And meanwhile, it's like -2 out, and you know, I'm like, oh, this is like whatever. It's like January also. I think it was like end of January, February or something. And like, it's just so funny to see that, and like,
are they just like not prepared for that weather or something? Yeah,
well, like, you know, they don't have a power grid that's like adjusted for cold weather, right? Like, Texas has its own power grid. And so it's like, and then like cars don't have, I don't even know how it works, but like, they're just not built for, like, they don't have winter tires, obviously, which like we have here. You have to like get your tires changed, and like it is like, and then like another thing they do is like, you know, anyone who lives in like a cold, like, you know, icy part of the world, it's like you put out salt, right, to
to like melt the ice, you know, and shit,
to make it so it's not slippery. They don't have salt, or at least I didn't see any. They just put out like sawdust, which
nice.
All it does, it doesn't do anything. It just, all it does is like make your shoes dirty. So you just walk into like your apartment and you have dirty shoes, and obviously, you know, people in America, they always wear their shoes inside, so it's like you get your apartment dirty with no benefit.
Ghost, it was your birthday recently. Like last week?
Yeah, my birthday was last week, yeah.
You turned like 34?
A week ago today, as of recording. A week ago today.
What age are you now?
I'm 23 right now.
Damn.
23,
you feeling old?
Into a fucking old man, dude. Old man. I went out like for my birthday with some friends, and like we just met some people, and like one of the guys there was like 19, And I just felt like so like
really.
I felt so old, man. Yeah, I was like talking to him for a while, and then I was like, hey man, like, or he goes, oh, I heard it's your birthday. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you know, turned 23 or whatever. I go, how old are you? And he's like, oh, I'm 19. I'm like, wow, I am just like this guy can just barely drink legally.
Yeah,
here. Like, it's crazy, man.
I'm only 22, and like I was 19. It only feels like fucking yesterday, but you know, 19 in my head, it seems like really young. You know,
right?
I don't know why.
It's also like I feel like maybe part of that has to do with like kind of the pandemic, where it just feels like time just like flew by.
Oh yeah. Because I was 19 at like the start of the pandemic, and yeah, I get you.
Right, and like, but also I feel like as you get older, your perception of time, yeah, and like when you think about it, it's like when you're a kid, you have no responsibilities. Like you go to school, you come home, like maybe you play sports, and then you just play video games. You know, you just be a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I have all this stuff I have to like, you know, be responsible for and take care of, and like, you know, it's like when you're busy, time goes way faster than when you're bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever worked like
of course,
shitty job, like a shitty
yes,
job, it's like
yes.
I would like I would rather work a shitty job that's like, you know, at least there's something to do than a boring job. You know, like
definitely.
When a job is so easy, there's nothing to do. Like I used to work at this show, and it's like this art show downtown Toronto, and like it was minimum wage. It sucked, but like you just get a shit ton of hours, and it was for like 2 weeks. So you just make like, you know, you'd work basically every day, like all day for 2 weeks, and then just come out of it with like a nice paycheck. And it was like the most boring job. Like one of my jobs, like it was like a Christmas market / art show kind of thing. The one of a kind show, if anyone's familiar with that, and it goes around North America. But they would like, one of my jobs was to take pictures for people at like the Christmas tree display. So I walked around. I remember one day for 3 hours. It's like I can't. It's like the size of like my room, like or you know, the size of like a bedroom. It's so small. It's like this Christmas tree they have. Maybe a little bigger than that. But like you just walk around there. And then if anyone needs a picture taken, you just offer them to take a picture. And you tell people don't touch the displays, which like, they're like, it's all like old people, so they don't do it anyway. So it's
bro, that sounds so
sucks,
fucking
dude.
shit.
I did it for 3 hours one day. And they would just like cycle you around like shitty jobs.
Yeah.
And the only like good, people would always try and get like the good ones. Like the back desk was a good job because you didn't have to interact with people except for like delivery guys who would come in. Mm-hmm. So you could just sit back there and like be on your phone or like read a book or something, you know, or draw. I used to like just draw back there. And then like you'd get put on like the front desk, which was like, you know, just like stamping people in. And then you've got put on like the Christmas tree, or like, you know, they call it like a runner, where you just like go around the floor like seeing if anybody needed anything.
Yeah.
Those jobs sucked because like you couldn't be on your phone, you couldn't read a book, you just have to walk around and do nothing. But when I was a runner, I would just go to the bathroom and like be on my phone.
Yeah,
like,
bro, I honestly
like
go to the bathroom like so fucking much.
Yeah. Dude, that's the best, man. It's like I'm getting paid minimum wage. I'm gonna go take a dump and just be on my phone.
Work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on my phone. I'm gonna be listening to music in the bathroom, and no one can tell me not. Like people would like radio for me while I was like taking a dump, and I would like answer like or pretending to, and I would like answer it and be like, yeah, like, I'm coming, like, and then just like be like, okay, I can leave in like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I've worked like a lot of shitty jobs.
Let's get into that because you were working some a pretty dog shit job. I don't know. Are you still working it?
What, the one in the coffee shop or?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, you're gonna be out of that soon, right?
Well, I'll be out of it in a few weeks, but I'm just gonna have to find another job like that, anyways. But
like, I feel like you can find like minimum wage jobs that are like.
I don't want to, like, surely I can, like, I've got a first class bachelor's degree and shit, like, I'm not a fucking retard. I was thinking, surely I can get, because I only want a part-time thing for now. I was thinking, surely I can get a better, you know, part-time job than just some fucking wagey, you know, minimum wage shit.
Right.
But I don't know, maybe sales, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I hated sales, dude. I hated it. I worked, because I worked a lot of. Oh yeah, dude. I did like retail. That's what you mean?
Oh, I mean like selling shit on commission.
Oh yeah.
I done retail
kind
as
of.
well, and it fucking sucks.
I hated
so bad.
Oh my god, that might have been one of the worst jobs I've ever had. Was working.
What
in
did you do?
retail. I worked at this like army surplus store.
Oh,
and like down. So like what it was like they had like army surplus, and then like across the street was like the same company owned like a kind of like a vintage clothing store. So they would just like get a ton of army surplus from around the world and then divide it up into like, okay, what can we sell as like street clothes and what is like for, you know, just weird army guys
fucking
who like to buy
rednecks.
gas masks. Yeah, like those kind of guys. And I worked there for like 2 shifts, and I'm like, I am never coming back there ever. Like
Really?
So like basically, yeah. Well, it's like first of all, it's like a
Shit.
dog eat dog kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where like what would happen is like, because you would get commissions, and so like if you like put your name on like a sale, you'd get a percentage of that sale.
Yeah.
And like people would just like be at each other's throats, like to, you know, try and get a sale or something. And I was like the new guy there, so I'm like, I don't really care. Like I'll just, you know. And then what happened was like we had 3 managers, and one of them was this Irish guy who was like really cool, and he would just be like, oh yeah man, just like go for however long you want on your break. Like if there's nothing to do, you can just hang out and like be on your phone. I don't care.
That's chill.
And then like, yeah, he was really cool. I liked him. And then we had these 2 other girls who sucked. Like one of them was like, she was like the store manager or something, and she like worked with like the higher ups of the company.
Yeah.
And she would be like, she was like one of those people who's like, this is the way we've done it for 10 years, and so we're gonna do it like this no matter what, even if it doesn't make any sense. Like I remember,
I hate those
was
fucking managers, bro.
And she's like
Honestly.
40 years old, like no kids, like
Fat as shit.
she's like married to some husband who also worked there. Who he was nice. I really liked him. He was like so whipped.
Yeah.
Like she would just constantly like talk shit to him and like tell him what to do, and he was like, yes, I will.
Yeah, she's the dominant one.
Yeah, she sucked. And like I remember like my last day there, I was like, my job was like to hand out like flyers in front of the store and like direct people in and like try and get people off the street.
Nice.
Which I don't even mind doing, because I kind of like doing that.
Did they like dress you up as like fucking Captain Price?
They
or
gave
something?
me like old, literally. No, they gave me like old army clothes, like a Captain Price hat, like, you know, that kind of like army bucket hat.
Yeah, bro.
And they gave me like these clothes to wear, and I would just like go out on the street. And what I did was like, so I stood like on the outside of the door, like facing the sidewalk, and I would just like the doors were open, like people could like, get by me, and so I would just like hand out pamphlets being like, hey, you know, there's like a sale or whatever, and you know, if you want to come in, you can just take a look around. And I was getting people to come in the store, like I was doing a pretty good job. And then she comes out and she's like, you're doing it wrong, like you have to stand on the other side of the sidewalk facing the door so that you can like usher people in. And I'm like, why would I do, like, it just looks like I'm like being like predatory, you know, like it look. And so, and then I was like, but I'm getting so many, like I'm doing well. Like I was getting people going in the store. I'm like, I'm doing well this way. Why do I have to like change? It's like, this is the way we've done it for 10 years. This is the way that it's always been done. You know, it works the best like this. So we're going to do it like this. And I was like,
oh, bro,
okay.
I hate that shit, honestly.
Yeah, and she was I
just hate it so much. Like, who cares?
And it's like no one liked her, and like, dude, it sucked. And like, what they would do is like they would literally make you like harass people. Like they would come in the store and they would be like, as soon as somebody comes in, you have to ask them like what they're looking for, or like what do they want. Try and like get them to buy these like shirts we have that are on like clearance or whatever.
Can I just bring up something? I don't know if you've ever been in a Lush. Have you ever heard of Lush?
Yeah, my sister actually worked in Lush.
Yeah, bro, Lush are like that so fucking much. As soon as you walk in, you've got like 5 of them come up to you straight away, trying to get you to like smell bath bombs and stuff. It's like, please
it's
leave
like the
me
managers
alone, bro.
make them. Yeah, I hate that. Okay, yeah, I'm the same. I hate that. When I went into like it was like a Zoomies or something. I went in, and they were like, just like, this is like right after I worked, like I quit that job. I worked for 2 days and I quit, and it's like, I went into this like, you know, Zoomies kind of like a skateboard like clothing store, and I was just like looking around. I was like bored. And then like this girl came up to me and was like, hey, like how's it going? Like what can I get for you? Do you want me to like, and I literally told her, I was like, Look, man, I know, like, this is your job, but, like, I'm just browsing. Like, I literally told her, I'm like, I'm probably not even going to buy anything. I'm just here, just looking, like, but, you know, if I do, I'll let you know, kind of.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I feel like people kind of appreciate that, because it's not like it's not them doing that. You know, the people who are earning minimum wage plus commissions. Like, they're not choosing to do that. It's their, like, terrible managers and bosses who are, like, forcing them to, you know, be like so aggressive, you know.
Yeah. Talking about like shitty workplaces and stuff, bro. I watched a fucking movie last night called Boiling Point. Man, it was so good. It was fucking good.
I've heard of that movie. Who was in it?
Stephen Graham. You know the Scouse actor. He's in. He was in Snatch.
It's like a recent movie.
He was. Yeah. It's like the guy, he was in Snatch, he was in The Irishman and shit.
Oh, dude, 2 amazing movies, Snatch and The Irishman.
Bro, it takes Boiling Point, it's such a good fucking movie, bro. And it's like shot in one take. The whole thing takes place inside a restaurant. Man, it's good. I know it sounds like the whole movie in one restaurant, that sounds a bit shit. But honestly,
no, I'm just reading the like synopsis now.
Good. It was sick. It
sounds really cool.
Highly recommend it. Honestly,
it's like, you ever seen that movie Falling Down? You ever seen that one?
Of course.
The guy that movie is awesome. That movie's so good, dude. It's like,
sometimes I feel like him and I just want to whip out like an Uzi and just spray out some thugs.
Well, dude, working shitty jobs will do that to you. Like, I've like, you know, had multiple moments at jobs where I'm like, I just want to walk off. Like, I'm having such a bad time at this job that I want to just like, you know, drop everything and just walk out the door and never come back. Yeah, but my first high school, high school, they had some like big like sexual assault thing go on between like students. And like
really,
they like, it was like huge news, and like it was like this is like way after I left, but like it was like on the news and everything, and it was like, damn, it was like the school. What happened was like the football team was like some initiation thing, where like they took a broom. And, like,
no way.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. It was
broom
bad.
Up
it was
the
like
ass.
Yeah, dude, like literally out of like 13 Reasons Why. I've never seen the show, but I heard that happens.
Yeah, it does.
And and so like that happened, and like. It was like after I left, but like this is like probably at least a couple years after I left, but like, yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was like in not international, but in like national news.
Yeah,
here.
That's
it was
insane.
Like, yeah, dude, it was like, and we were all like, me and like I mean, there were some guys who were like really attached to the school who were like, this is like, you know, we completely, you know, disavow this. This is all. Yeah. And I was just like, I don't like, it was like a shitty thing, but I don't really care. Like,
was it proven to be true?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy.
I could be wrong. I think 2 of the kids went to jail because someone recorded it, and that's why he got arrested for like for CP. Yeah. For
Jesus Christ.
I'd have to look up the details, but I know at least like 2 of them got arrested.
That's insane, bro. Yeah, I honestly thought like stuff like that only like happens on, you know, in movies and on 4chan.
No, dude, it was and that's like
horrible.
It's like in my high school, like one of my it was like we had a teacher get caught with like a student.
Really?
And like and he got arrested in my second high school, which, you know, I'm not gonna give away too many details, but like basically he's like fully, I don't know if he's like awaiting trial now or something, but like I don't know what happened, but yeah, that was like confirmed. They had like a police investigation, and it was like one of those things where like they had
that's insane.
Well, it was like rumors that went around, and everyone was like, oh, like, you know, maybe that happened, or, you know, but it was always like, it's just like, you know, people just spread rumors in high school, and you're like,
yeah, of course,
like, it's probably not like true, you know, 2
lesbian art teachers sort of stuff.
Exactly, yeah, but this one, like, it did end up being like true, and I was like, damn, it was kind of a
that's
shocker.
Crazy. Yeah, I'd say so.
I got more of those, but I'll save them for I'll probably save them for another episode.
Yeah, you got more?
Oh yeah.
Damn, so you got like a pedo teacher, like some kid shitting splinters.
I had one. No, in middle school I had a teacher that was, it wasn't my teacher, but it was at my school. Who, Yeah, he got arrested for that.
No way.
Yeah, dude. No, I swear to God. I'll see if I can find the article. I'll link it to you in chat. But
Nice.
it's real, dude. Yeah. Here we go. I'll link it right now because it's.
Yeah, I gotta see this
God,
right now. You know.
I'm not making this up. I'm not. No,
Jesus
that's the thing.
Christ! Yeah, man.
Dude, yeah, he was my friend's teacher at the time. Like he was like a.
I'm looking at his mugshot, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's him. It's like and I was like, I was in like 6th grade at the time, and I didn't really.
2013.
It was so funny. I was in like 6th grade at the time, and they like sent us home with a letter, and they were like, don't open this letter.
Yeah, for parents.
Just like show
only.
it to your parents, and of course everyone opened it. You know, within like 5 minutes of getting it, everyone opened it. And then we were just like, and we didn't really, I guess we didn't really like understand it at that point, like being in 6th grade and being like, we just thought it was like kind of funny at the time.
Yeah.
That this guy got arrested for like, you know, CP, but it was like looking back on it, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm in 6th grade, and I like, you know, girls in 6th grade, but like looking back, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. And like he was like, I had friends who were like in his class and stuff like that too, which is crazy, dude.
Bro, I'm like looking at his mugshot and he looks like a fucking deviant. Like honestly.
No, he looks okay for the listeners. He looks exactly how you think he does.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like it's whatever you're thinking, it's that. like balding, fat, terrible facial hair. You know, like, yeah, that.
Hey, Ghost, I've just been browsing through your channel just right now. And man, your views they're going crazy at the minute.
Oh,
the past few videos has been so sick.
Well, I got one coming out. I'm putting it out tomorrow is the time of recording. If people are listening to this, it'll definitely be out by the time this episode's out. But
nice.
It's all done. It's like just unlisted, and it's like the sponsor approved it. It's all ready to go. I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow to post it. But yeah, man, I was really worried about that first one, the Reddit or the one, not the most recent one, but the one before that, the Reddit Degenerates one. That one. I thought that video sucked. Like when I made it, I was like, "This." You did, like,
and you told me that.
Yeah, I did. I told you that at the time. I was like, "This video is like a shitty video."
Yeah.
And then we might have talked about this on the last one, but and I posted it, and then it just went crazy. And then like the anti-work one did really well too. It's like coming up on 500K, I think. But
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just been kind of like
done.
checked.
That's some really good shit.
Thanks, man. I've just been kind of like checked out of the online sphere lately. Like, I haven't really been on Twitter much. I haven't been I watch some YouTube, but like not as much as I used to, just because I've been so busy with like I'm still in like university and shit, and I'm like going on an exchange like next semester, so I got
whereabouts?
I'm going to Holland.
Holland, I completely forgot what country it was.
I can't. Yeah, dude. So I'll be there. Yeah, man. It's a bit intimidating because it's like, you know, going somewhere. I don't know. I do love traveling. I love going around, but I guess like spending that much time there specifically for school.
Yeah.
And it's like a specified thing with my degree too, where like it's like this. You know, I'm going for this very specific thing. So I'm like, I'm worried like everyone there is just gonna be like smart as shit. I'm just gonna be the guy who's like, you know, taking like tourism courses. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, bro, them Dutch bitches. Man,
they're all like, I've heard they're all tall and cold, and like German people, like except like taller.
There's like the rumor that they're all like really hairy.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that one?
That's Greek women. Those are Greek women.
Oh, my bad. Man,
no.
Shout out to Greece. Greece. I swear to God, I was looking at going to Greece like yesterday. Just like
I would love to go.
Man,
we should go to Greece.
The cost of living's like so cheap and shit, and the country it looks so beautiful. Like honestly,
dude, if you work online, like I've seriously been considering this since like YouTube's become my like full time job.
You could easily just bounce to fucking Greece.
Yeah,
Just
move to
chill
some
there.
country where the cost of living is like nothing, and just getting like a nice place there. You know, getting a decent internet connection and just living there cheap.
You know, the cost of living 70% less than the US.
We're just modern day colonists going to like cheaper places and like build. You know, I don't know, man. I'm tempted to do. I was thinking about doing that in Mexico for a bit, like going to Mexico.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
you did say that.
I think
Mexico
I talked about
seems
that. I don't know if that was on the record. I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast.
You definitely get kidnapped though. That like see your analytics. And just
yeah, I'll go to what's the most? It's like the Sinaloa or whatever. It's like the most dangerous state. I have no fucking idea. It's like the cartel. The Sinaloa cartel is like named from that state.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I Mexico looks awesome, man. Especially if you go to like the coast. Like if you go down like like the Gulf of Mexico, like the Yucatan near Cancun. Dude, it's awesome down there, man. I wanna or like somewhere in like South America, like somewhere like Argentina or something.
Yeah.
It's like I've been to Argentina before and I loved it. It was amazing. Like it's like the only problem with those places is like you have to know like Spanish.
Yeah. Do you speak much Spanish?
I did when I went down. So I was in Argentina and Chile for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like around that, and so I got pretty good at it there because like when you're in like we went to like Patagonia and like small town Argentina.
Oh, cool.
And small town Chile, and like they just don't speak English there. A lot of people, or it's like you might have like people at like the hostels speak English and that's it. And so you kind of like have to learn. I think that was like when my Spanish was at its best. Was when I was just like forced to speak it every day. And like it was never great, but like I don't know, I'm like trying to get back into it now. I'm taking it in school, and then like I have fun, like because Spanish, like I've having a lot of fun learning it. It's not like French where like I learned French in school because in Canada you have to learn it. And it sucks. I hated French.
I done French for 5 years.
You did French for 5 years?
And I remember bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
I remember obviously, and I remember je m'appelle, for my name is, and that is it. That's all I know from 5 years. Yeah. But honestly, I don't know a single fucking thing.
Dude, it sucks, man. Like we have to learn. I did it for like 5 years as well because I did it from like 4th grade to like 9th grade. I think maybe like 3rd grade. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I think like with when we took French, it's like my first French teacher I remember was really cool. She was very nice, and she was like she's from Quebec, and then cool. Every French teacher I had after that was insane. Like just like I remember we had this one like lady who was she was also Quebecois, but she had BPD or something, where she would just have these like crazy mood swings and like scream at people. And then the next minute she'd be like, "Oh my God, you guys! I love you guys so much." This was in like 6th grade, and I was like terrified of her.
Really, just
like she was just
so bipolar.
Yeah, she was nuts. And then like in grade 7, we had a teacher from Switzerland who was like just as insane. Who was like, she was just like I don't know, she was just bizarre. And then in grade 8, we had a French teacher from Albania, of all places.
Albania.
He was like, yeah, he spoke like 7 languages. He was from Albania.
Damn.
And he was the craziest of them all. Like he was like, I remember he like threw a desk across the room because he was so mad one time.
Really?
And like we would fuck with him. We were kind of like doing this shit. We would like, so like you know those like old school keyboards, like the really thick like blocky ones.
Yeah.
So what you used to be able to do is like you could like take the keys off and like switch them around.
Yeah, well, so I remember I know we done that shit too.
Yeah. So we
rip them off, get onto them with a fucking pencil.
Yeah, you could even just like pull them off sometimes, and like if you get your fingernails under them. But what we do is like we took his like keyboard and like changed all the letters around so it said like penis and shit like that. And like
that's good. That's funny.
And dude, we were real bad. Like me and a couple of my friends would just like draw like dicks on. We tried to draw one on every single French textbook that like belonged to the school. We drew one on every. like that, like it's somewhere in the book.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that's
Just
funny
draw
as
them.
shit.
We were so bad, dude. We were so bad. And then like my friend like drew one on like the desk in like Sharpie, and then like the teacher called me in. The Albanian French teacher was like, this is disgusting. Like, what is this? This is disgusting. Why do you throw this? And like, and I was like, oh, it's not me. It wasn't me. Which like it wasn't me, but I did like all of me and him did like all the other ones.
Yeah.
I was like my friend Waylon back in elementary school was like, oh my god, he made me laugh so hard. Like, I remember we were in like music class one time, and we were all playing like I played the tuba in music class, and he played the trumpet. Yeah, I hated it.
The
But
fucking tuba.
I played it for like 3 years, but then he played the trumpet, and then we would like be playing songs like as a class, and he would just like blow on his trumpet as loud as he
Blast
could.
that bitch.
Like not play. And it was like our music teacher sucked too. Like she was just like really mean. She's like this like butch lesbian lady who was like really mean, and like she would like do that, and then like she'd be teaching, and he would like rub his shoes on the carpet to like make noise, and then she would like turn around me like, who's doing that? And he would stop, and then just like fuck with her like that. And I remember one time we were like playing with ukuleles in class, and he just like untuned a ukulele so much that like the string like collapsed on itself, and just like purposely like making them out of tune just to like ruin them. Man, we were. It was like,
what a piece of shit.
It was like those are like some of the
That's
best
so funny.
memories of because I hated middle school, man. I hated it, but like times like that, I look back and I'm like, oh, that was awesome, like so funny, man. So shit, that was all in like grade 8, and then it was like we were the kings of the school too. We're like the oldest ones in school, and it was like,
bro.
oh, dude, awesome, man.
What time we
So
on?
fucking fun.
What time?
We're on like 40.
That went
40
fucking
minutes.
quick. That's crazy.
I know,
We
bro.
keep going.
I mean, we can go. Yeah, we can go a bit more and then just cut it off. So this has been a really fucking good episode, in my opinion.
Yeah,
been really good.
definitely. It's like so chill, especially compared to the first. Like I was a little nervous, and even
I was nervous
like,
too. Now I just feel like
I'm
completely relaxed now.
Same, honestly.
But yeah, this guy was my friend Waylon. He was like one of the funniest dudes.
Do you still
he kind
keep
of
in
like
touch?
changed when he went to he kind of changed when he went to high school, and he was like
Yeah.
kind of just became like tried to act like tough and shit, and like I don't know, we didn't like have a falling out or anything. We just kind of like stopped talking. But
Yeah.
I remember, man, I hated middle school. Like I was just like I had like terrible acne. I was like super awkward. I was like, my body the proportions were all messed up. Like I was like, being like a 13-year-old boy, you're just like horny all the time.
Oh man, I hate that age. Honestly,
It's awful,
like
dude.
12,
and I feel like
13,
for girls,
14.
it's like probably just as bad, if not worse. But like still.
Yeah, but man, honestly, I've like, just like I get flashbacks to that time, and I fucking hated like everything. Honestly.
Do you ever get like PTSD memories where you remember some cringe thing you did like back at that time?
Yes,
like,
yeah. But I can't really remember any like right now. But sometimes they just come to me, just like at the worst times.
I know I had a lot of
feel little
embarrassing stuff
sick.
with girls at the time. A lot of embarrassing stuff with girls.
Really? See, I never talked to any like girls whatsoever. Like I just stayed. Like I was so like nervous and shit. Oh,
I tried to, and I've just embarrassed myself. And then But I mean, I guess it's just life. Like it's like doing YouTube. It's like you suck. You always suck when you start, and then you just slowly get a little bit better when you realize what you're doing.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, just practice.
Yeah, it's literally like it's like people. I had a friend come to me recently and was like asking me how to like get into YouTube, and I was like, fucking just upload, man.
Yeah.
Just upload. Yeah, it's like it's the first video you do is gonna suck. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna suck, and nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But you've
suck.
got to make it.
Yeah, you're not like. Chances are you're not gonna be the 1% of people who just their first video blows up. And even if you do become that, you're still gonna regret that video in the future because it's not gonna be the best thing. It's not gonna be the best thing you've ever made.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Of course. It's gonna be
I do want to give a
terrible.
little shout out actually right now to my buddy Joe, who helped me edit this new video, and I just want to give a shout out to his channel. He's just like kind of starting up a movie channel.
Shout out to you, Joe.
It's called Naz Chose, so NAZCHOZ.
It's on
he
screen
does, like,
now.
movie stuff. Yeah, put it on. It'll be on screen now. But if
Mhm.
you guys are interested in like movie stuff, check him out because he only has one video and it's awesome. I think he's done like YouTube stuff before, so he knows what he's doing. He's a great editor.
I'll
He's,
link
like,
him in the
done YouTube stuff
comments
before.
too, or sorry, in the
Yeah, we'll
description.
link him in the comments or in the description or something. But
if he pays us.
no. Joe rules, man. He's like one of the. He's like, dude. He edited. He helped edit like part of the anti-work video.
Yeah.
And he did such a good job. I was like,
Mhm. He did.
He was like, yeah, let me
he
know
did.
if you need to change anything. I was like, this is perfect. Like
Mhm.
he just like. Because I was really skeptical about getting an editor,
Mhm.
because that was the anti-work one was the first one I worked with an editor on, and it like
Yeah.
came out. I really liked the way that video came out.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a
and,
great video.
Thanks, man. And I'm happy with that one. I was like really happy with the way it performed and like the way it came together. I was like,
Mhm.
and then for this new video that I'll have out, it'll be out now. He's also helping me edit that one. Just because I've just been so fucking busy with like school and
Yeah.
shit. I kind of talked about this earlier, but I just didn't have time to like edit like I usually do. Where like I usually like to take my time with editing and like make sure the edits are good and like make
Yeah,
sure it's
yeah.
relevant and like funny and stuff like that. But when I'm just have like so much stuff to do, I want to keep uploading on like a consistent schedule, but it's just not possible when I'm doing it the normal way I do.
So
And,
you
like,
gotta get Big Joe on board.
Yeah, no, Joe, he's the man, and he's such a nice guy too. Like,
Yeah.
I remember like me and him just like sat in a Discord call for like 2 hours, just talk, like not even about work, just like talking. And I was like, man, this guy's a great guy. So yeah, go check out his channel. He made a really good video on Vivarium, a movie that I had never heard of until I watched that video. But
Links in the description. So, and after you're finished watching that, you can watch my latest fucking video as well.
Oh hell yeah! Go check that out.
It's called.
Is it gonna be? Are you gonna upload a new one soon, or is it the area?
Yeah. So, last one tanked, but it's still good. So, it's like about the failed raid of Area 51. Definitely check it out. Check it out. Honestly, after this shit, check it out, and then check Joe's video out.
Yeah, don't check out my channel. Don't.
He don't. You don't need this endorsement.
I do want to give a little shout out to everyone who fucking subbed to the channel. Man, we were talking about this in private. Like that first episode, as bad as it was, got 1,000 fucking views, which is like way more than I was expecting.
It's like 1.2k now, I think.
And like,
which is dope.
we didn't do much like what's it called, like promotion for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like really happy to see people just kind of went out of their way to find it, or like maybe found it like through a community post or something. Because like I didn't put it in a video or anything. But So shout out to those people.
Yeah, thank you. And your comments were really appreciated. Them comments were wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, man. I hate reading comments, but those were really fucking awesome.
Yeah. So thanks, Chaz.
Shout out to you guys. Yeah, and I'm thinking we're gonna be up for real this time.
Are you sure you want to say this?
Yeah, no, because this one was, full disclosure, it was a lot more fun to do than the last one.
Yeah, definitely.
Felt great. It felt way more natural, I think. So,
I didn't expect it to be so hard to just talk. Like
I think it's tough.
Yeah, it's just because like you're recording.
Yeah, once you get over the fact that you're recording and like you can cut shit out if you want.
Yeah.
And like once you get over that, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna end it here. Do you think?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.